Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something in nutrition that I think and training that I think is very useful, and it's at least I call it the 90% rule. Here's what the 90% rule states as far as nutrition goes. Um, Eat clean 90% of the time, so meat, fish, poultry, eggs, fruits, vegetables, potatoes, rice, quinoa, oatmeal, no chips, no, you know what junk food is, don't eat it. Eat all the good stuff, the real food, 90% of the time. But then, and of course, hit your calories. But then 10% of the time, plan to break the rules. And that'll give you a little bit of freedom because really, you don't need to go above 90% adherence, probably, to hit your goal. If your goal is just to feel better and look better and be comfortable in your own body, and maybe if you're a male, to get down to your single digit body fat and you want to see your abs and be all vascular and striated and whatnot, 90% adherence really should get you there, maybe a little bit higher, but by and large, that's as strict as you need to be, and it's still going to let you enjoy life. Like, here's an example. So today, I'm going to eat lunch. I'm going to have some chicken, probably some potatoes. I'll have a salad. Tonight, I'm going to go out to dinner. And I'm still going to eat like a grown-up. I'm not going to have anything silly. I'm not going to have the chocolate lava cake, which, by the way, the most restaurants use like the same chocolate lava cake. One serving of it is like, I think, over 2,000 calories or something. So maybe steer clear of that bad boy. But anyway, I'm gonna have steak. I'm gonna have potatoes. I'm gonna have some salad. I'm gonna have something really good, like some bacon wrapped shrimp or something. But it's real food, right? So I'm gonna at least try to focus on quality. I'm gonna seek improvement, not perfection. And that one meal is going to be one of those meals in that 10% bracket that breaks the rules. And today I did a little bit of extra hill sprints because I know what's coming, right? I know I'm going to indulge a little bit, but I'm not going to sweat it. The trick, however, is understanding what 10% actually is. For the longest time, I thought I followed this rule until I actually sat down and did the math. So here's the math. Let's say you eat total, right, meals and snacks. Food goes into your mouth 5 times a day. Okay? 5 meals, 5 snacks, whatever. You eat 5 times a day. 5 times a day times 7 days yields 35, we'll say, feedings. We'll just classify meals and snacks together in one group as the term feedings makes it sound like a shark, right? Or a lion. That's awesome. You have 35 feedings. I just picture somebody dropping a whole chicken in your mouth like a crocodile. I would love that, by the way. I eat those whole rotisserie chickens in one sitting. I digress. 35 feedings a week. I can't say feedings and not laugh. That means 10% of that is 3.5 meals. So if one week you're doing 3 meals that break the rules, and the other week 4, and you kind of alternate, bang, there's your 3.5. Or you want to round down to 3, that's fine. Do not round up to 4. 4 out of 35 is not 10%. It's a little bit more. It's like 12%. I don't know what the real math is. I do videos. I don't do numbers. That's not 90%. Be honest with yourself. You have to figure out what that real 90% is. You might find that you think you're doing that. Like, yeah, I do that. I think I eat healthy 90% of the time. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares what I think. Thoughts and feelings are irrelevant. All that matters are results and numbers and stats. Go back and figure out those numbers. And keep a food journal. Food journals are extremely helpful, even if you only do it for a week. Track every single time you eat food, right? So let's say it's 5 times a week, 5 times a day. And you find that instead of 3 or 4 meals out of the week you mess up, maybe you're really breaking the rules on 10 of them. That's not 90% adherence, but you thought you were at 90%, or you felt like you were at 90%. Doesn't matter what you think or feel. Find out what the real number is. And you'll find, I believe, once you actually start to approach that 90% adherence mark, where you're only breaking the rules 10% of the time, and the rules here again are defined as eating grown-up foods and hitting your calories. Once you approach that mark, you're going to start to see real progress, like actual progress on the scale, on the measurements, in the gym. That's about that magic point. But the trick is understanding what 90% truly is. So I encourage you to go back now to your food log. You do have a food log, right? You're trying to get down in body fat, or you're trying to gain muscle, so you know exactly what you're eating. So you have a food log, right? Go back in that food log and look at what you're really doing and see how close you are to that 90%. I bet you're not as close as you think. I know I wasn't for a long time. That's why I keep a food log now. Last point I want to hit, in addition to a food log, here's a really liberating way to work that 90% rule in. I know I eat pretty much twice a day every day. So I know 2 meals I can break the rules. I can not track my calories and I can eat some non-grown-up foods. Usually what I do is I put both of those meals into one day. So it's kind of like almost like a cheat day. And I did a video on cheat days and why they're awful. But remember, this is still adhering to the 90% rule. But let's be clear, that doesn't mean those 2 meals are, maybe one meal. That doesn't mean it's a large pepperoni pizza and 2 orders of fries. And then the other meal is I go to IHOP and get 3 orders of pancakes. Oh, that's 2 meals. You have to take actual calories into account to some degree. I'm not saying you have to track them, but you can't go out and do silly nonsense like that. So to me, those 2 meals really would be like I have steak and potatoes, and then on the side I have a bowl or 2 of ice cream. And then my other meal, like what I talked about at the restaurant, I'm gonna go out to dinner tonight, I'm gonna have steak and some potatoes and maybe some kind of dessert, I don't know, not a 2,000 calorie dessert, but I'm not gonna worry about it. But it's gotta be within reason, because you can undo your progress in even 1 meal a week. If you totally binge that 1 meal and you feel like you wanna throw up afterwards, don't do that. Be grown up about it. Try and get the actual 10% mark. So that's all I got. I hope you found this valuable and useful, and if you did, please hit like and share and subscribe and tell all your friends and strangers on the street and spread the word how to be awesome. Thanks very much.